In Cape Town, there are celebrations taking place there, particularly at Intsebenziswano Senior Secondary School, where they have their own star. And he was a top achiever last night. If you were watching this channel, you would have met Kamva Goso. Well, he joins us now at our Sea Point studios in Cape Town. Kamva, thanks very much indeed, and welcome. Congratulations on your achievement yesterday.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so take us through your journey. It's, you know, as the minister was saying, there are no miracles. People who achieve have worked hard. Was that your story?
Yes, definitely, sir. It's hard growing up in the township. So there are a lot of struggles. I had to overcome them. So growing up in the township, attending a school in the townships, you face a lot of challenges, social ills, and then you have to do whatever you can to avoid any interruptions on your academics.
All right, tell us about some of the things that you had to face and overcome. You grew up in Philippi, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, so what are some of the things typically that someone at your school, someone living in your area had to overcome to make sure that they get over the line?
Yeah, there are a lot of social ills, smoking, gangsterism, and for ladies, the usual teenage pregnancy. So you have to avoid that to stay in school.
So how did you avoid these things? Is it self-discipline? Is it self-talking? Supportive parents? How were you able to manage overcoming social ills that so many children fall prey to?
I think a bit of my background, the kind of family I grew up in, where there's a lot of discipline and order, and a certain way that a child is expected to act. And the kind of people I had that surrounded me, the kind of organizations I partnered myself with. So I was part of a program called Kutlunong Promats. So there they did not help us with our academics, with mathematics and physical sciences, but also they instilled a sense of discipline with us, commitment. And with their packed schedule, they made sure that we stay out of the streets and out of the trouble, and in that way, I avoided all the social ills.
And I would imagine as well that getting through matric and passing well is something that you do throughout the year, and not this mad rush towards the end of the year.
Yes, it requires a lot of consistency. You have to work hard throughout the year. Make sure that you always on top of your game, because once you sleep off, you're gonna not make it at the end of the year.
All right. So you achieved a lot in physical science. What is it about this subject that fascinated you, that you did so well in?
As I've said before, yeah. I think it's the kind of assistance I received. I mean, physical sciences is an abstract subject. I mean, being a child from the township, understanding the concepts there is a very hard thing to do. But with ProMaths, I received assistance with mathematics every Saturday. So they made sure that I know and understand what physical sciences is all about. I understand the concept. I know and did not cram the knowledge. And that way, when I get to an exam room, anything they ask, I can answer.
But you're an all-rounder, aren't you? Because you were the quintile 2 top learner in the country, and that's quite an achievement. So tell us about maybe advice that you could give other students so that they can duplicate you, because a lot will also face some of the challenges that you faced. You've already told us about some of the people that you attach yourself to, but what advice would you give the class of 2019?
I would say that they should focus, hard work is mostly what's required in order for you to reach such achievement. Because when you are in such an environment, in a quintile 2 kind of environment, you have to make sure that you work hard, or else you're not gonna achieve it. You should be committed to your work. Make sure that you're consistent throughout the year, not aim for the 4th term.
All right, and then finally, I think a lot of people will be curious to know, what are you going to be doing this year? What are you going to study? What's the future? What are your hopes?
I plan on doing actuarial sciences at UCT.
All right, we wish you the best. So one of my insurance policies may have been measured by you in the future. That was Kamva Goso, who's the top learner, quintile 2 in the country. He was the #1 student in that quintile, and as he said, a number of things that he had to overcome to stay focused and stay the course. But what is starting to come through is that a lot of these schools that have been struggling in the past with the interventions that have been taking place, the ground is starting to narrow in terms of the privileged schools and the less privileged. Great story there. Kamva Goso, congratulations once again.